I can't wait to inspire you with these $4 General Christmas decoration flip ideas. So start with this little tiny mason jar and then this block of wax melts and a sharp pointed edge, kind of like an ice pick. I like to use my heat tool hack where you can take your stickers off of anything. So then you're going to take your ice pick or your sharp tool and using a hammer kind of hammer down into the lid. Now, this I got a little carried away because it was so easy and addicting, but you just need a few holes. It doesn't have to be as many as I ended up doing on this. But this can be done with any mason jar, honestly. You're going to take those wax melts. I loved this fall seasonal scent, and I'm adding it to the bottom of this little mason jar. This size is going to be perfect for putting in the car. So as you see, I have loaded those in there, and then this is the fun. You're going to see how I melt them using my heat tool. Now, this is completely optional. You can always just let it heat up in the warmth of the car, which it will do, but I wanted to have a fresh start, so I went ahead and melted them down and then replaced the lid, and it was ready to go. Now, I went ahead outside and showing you how you can place this into your cup holder out in the car. Can go in the front or the back seat. These make great little gifts, and they scent up the car all season long. I absolutely love this. Number 2 is this pillow that I got. I loved the design on the front, the red and white ticking, and then it had this cute Merry Christmas sign on it, but it was really, really flat. So I'm taking this, I'm not showing you very well, but I'm taking this seam ripper and taking the seam out of the bottom of the pillow, just a section of it. I kind of got carried away at the beginning. You can see where I tore it a little bit, but that's okay. It's all going to be hidden. Now I'm going to take extra batting or polyfill or whatever you have to insert to the pillow, and I stuffed it all the way down, including all of the corners, just to make it a lot fluffier. And then I'm going to reseal this using my fabric hot glue with the fabric hot glue gun. And this is going to make it where it will stay put, and I absolutely love it. I'm using these little Dollar Tree finger protectors because this little procedure is always really messy to me. But you have to have a lot of patience and just press, 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 and then eventually your seam will be sealed back up. And so when I finished, I decided that I wasn't satisfied with the way that it looked, and I added a little bit of additional black rickrack trim all around the square where it says Merry Christmas, just using some low temp hot glue. You could totally use your fabric glue for this as well, but I won't be washing this pillow ever. It's purely decorative, so the low temp hot glue gun worked great. And of course, I couldn't leave it alone at that either. So I rummaged through my button collection. If you know me, I love to decorate with buttons. I'll try to tag a few videos here showing some of the crafts that we've done with buttons. But this one, I decided to add black buttons in various sizes, just with some hot glue to the front of the pillow, all around the Merry Christmas sign. I just thought it was a really fun way to make the pillow a little more substantial again than it was when I got it. And then finally, I had to add a bow to the pillow. So I just did one of my quick little easy zip tie bows where you just kind of crisscross the satin ribbon and add the zip tie to the center, and then trim the 2 tails to match. I struggled with where to put the bow, but ultimately decided to place it on the corner here with, again, just a little bit of hot glue. This is how the pillow from Dollar General turned out. I think it is so much cuter than when I first saw it on the shelf. If you missed that video, I am going to tag it here, but I showed you an entire tour where I picked up all of these items at the Dollar General, including all of the other fun Christmas decorations the Dollar General had this year. I'm just kind of wanting you to see that it's more fluffy and super cute. What do you think? All right, so for this next DIY, I grabbed this nutcracker, kind of a foam door hanger, and it was so simple, y'all. All I did was add it to a boxwood wreath. So instead of just hanging see, it's right there, right behind it, it's loose. I literally just looped it over the top. Instead of just hanging it on its own, I put it with the faux boxwood wreath as the backing so that it was more substantial. What do you think? Okay, for this DIY, I saw this nativity scene and it looked pretty stark with the colors. Again, I am going to use this heat tool hack to get that sticker off the bottom. But, you know, this is more of a traditional coloring, and I just wanted to give it more of a, gosh, I don't even know what you would call the style I ended up giving it, but it was kind of like a more modern twist. So this was a work in progress. I literally started with just some white chalk paint and I put it all over. I watered it down and then I put it all over this entire piece. At the beginning, I thought, you know, I'm going to keep the Mary and Joseph, the colors they are, and just get rid of a lot of this really dark brown part. But you'll see as the video progresses that I ultimately ended up coloring white all over them as well. And I did 2 coats all over this entire nativity. It was kind of just a therapeutic, more of a relaxing event is what I would say. So I don't know about you, but sometimes you just get lost in your crafts and you just are having the time to enjoy them and relax. So I did paint this twice with the white chalk paint, and then I dried it with the heat tool again, just to kind of speed things up. And then I decided to take some watercolors of all things and kind of watercolor these colors on, and then I wiped it back a little bit. So I added a little bit of blue back to Mary, and then I added Joseph's robe back in as well. And then I just decided to add a little bit of gold all over. Ultimately, I did go back a third step in this process. So I painted it white, then I did the watercolors, I added the gold here and there, and then ultimately I decided to go back. I sprayed the whole thing down and wiped it all back. So you'll kind of see, I think it was a really neat technique overall, but it certainly was not planned. So I hope that that helps inspire you to not be scared to just create something, and however it goes, it's going to be fine. All right, my friends, if you like videos like these, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And I would love a thumbs up on this video as well if you are enjoying it. And then also, I'm going to put some links in the description below for you to go and see all of my thoughts on these projects and see them again in their fullness. So here is the actual end result of the nativity. I think it turned out pretty cute. It's totally different. It's almost like a shabby look. I wanted to keep that gold really front and center. And then it's really not doing it justice, but there is some really pretty colors there. As always, I super appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.